everyone, it's Elizabeth here from Neverland Creative, and today I'm going to be going through my week 10 process for Project Life 2018. So as you can see, I already have all of my photos and journaling cards already printed out, so I'm just cutting my journaling cards out. And since I have a lot of 3x3 photos, I'm going to be doing a lot of the Polaroid look, which I've been really loving lately. And I do that by printing out journaling as 2x3 little snippets and then attaching them with my glue runner to the photos. So that makes a really fun Polaroid look. And I'm also going to be making my own 3x4 card using a couple stamps from Brandi Kincaid's Hold Tight Kit, which is by Feed Your Craft, and that Ali Edwards Crafters Ink in Columbia, which is that really pretty blue. So as you can see, I'm just stamping that telephone icon, and then I'm also going to be stamping this little sentiment that says "This is us," and that journaling card is all about studying with my husband for his promotion board, and that's something that's kind of a tradition for us. Whenever he needs to study, we kind of study together. And it's been an interesting experience doing that by phone, and I wanted to make sure to document that as something we've been doing a lot this week. So here I am. I'm just going to write that down on this journaling card, but I'm not going to make you have to sit through me writing that. And now I'm going to be making my little Polaroid style cards, and how I do that is I just use a 3x4 card kind of as a guide, and then I add some glue runner to my journaling and then just plop my photo right on top of there. So you can see me doing that. And I do end up switching the photos around a little bit, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the colors were kind of similar and there wasn't too many of the dark photos on one side versus the other. So I am going to be adding a couple of labels to my photos, and those labels are free printables from Caitlin Schaefer. I can't talk today. So as you can see, I added one to that photo of my care packages going out, and then on that bottom left card, which is the back of the card that I used in week 9, I'm adding a photo of my daughter and also an embellishment that I made from an old Project Life card that says Story of Today, and that's from a very old Studio Calico kit designed by Ali Edwards, and I'm just adding the number 3 and a little staple. And I decided that on that phone 3x4 card that it looks a little plain, so I'm adding a hand-drawn border, and I'm also going to add a little puffy sticker from the Feed Your Craft by Brandi Kincaid Hold Tight Kit, and I thought that finished it off really nicely. And pretty much I'm just going to continue adding a couple of labels on a few of my photos, as well as numbers to those labels. So the reason I'm doing that is because, as you can see, the March Stories title card up there is labeled 1 through 6. So I wanted to add a little bit of journaling to each one of those numbers up on the title card, and I decided that I was going to number a couple of my photos to kind of correspond with that. So for the 1 through 6 in my photos, I'm going to have a teensy bit of journaling up there on the top on the title card. And this is pretty much when I went crazy, you guys, because I was looking at this layout and I was thinking that with just the labels and the numbers and a few staples here and there, my layout was looking a little plain. So I went into my stash and found these multicolored enamel dots from a very old Studio Calico kit, and they just happened to be in very similar colors to the March Stories title card that I'm using. And I'm pretty sure I added at least one enamel dot to every single photo on this layout. So yeah, I think I might be a little enameled out. And the more that I looked at this layout when it was finished, the more I just wanted to take all those enamel dots off. But I'm trying to remind myself that done is better than perfect, and I'm just gonna keep going and just you know, chalk this one up to kind of enamel dot craziness. So as you saw for my title card, I actually added another enamel dot, and that one I actually liked, but I'm going to use that as kind of the separator between the dates that I stamped, and then I'm going to add little snippets of journaling that relate to each one of my 1 through 6 photos that I already labeled, and I really love how that turned out. Definitely going to try doing that again on another layout, preferably without the great amount of enamel dots. So now I have that one filler card that is from Gossamer Blue, I believe, and I added a puffy sticker that said hold tight, and then I went into my stash and found these really pretty yellow word phrases from Stitch's Twist, and I'm just going to add one to a couple of my photos. This one says the weather is acting up, which was definitely true this week because after a beautiful February, March decided to come in very cold and very wintry, and yeah, it was, yeah, not fun. New York weather is just crazy. And on this card that has to do with International Women's Day, I added a phrase that said be different. And to my last filler card, I cut up a Project Life card, rounded the corners, and I'm actually going to attach it to a piece of vellum. And in case you can't see, the phrase says, you can do this. And of course, I add a staple and some enamel dots. Yeah, this shouldn't come as a surprise now. And so the last thing that I do for my layout is to add this QR code to the top left Project Life card. So if you saw a previous Photoshop Friday, I showed you kind of how to add QR codes to your layouts. I'm just adding this particular one on a piece of vellum, and then I'm going to add that to the Project Life card, which is a scan of the one on the bottom left. And I thought that it looked really plain, and I didn't have any journaling really, so I just added this puffy sticker from the Brandi Kincaid set, and also the number 4 and some enamel dots. Yeah. And that puffy sticker says noted. So that pretty much completes my layout. As I said, enamel dot overload over here, but I like it, and I'm really excited to be on to week 11. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.